Welcome to the 2025 Blue Water International Gran Fondo. It's our 9th annual this year, and we're really excited to share with you our course along Lake Huron. Additionally, we want to make sure if you're a returning participant that you're updated on the route changes that we have this year due to construction. So be sure to pay attention to some of the changes for your personal route. Additionally, there's some important safety information we want you to know to ensure you have a great ride. I'm Kendall Ross. I'm the Operations Manager for the Blue Water Cycling Organization.
And I'm Rick Matheson, a sergeant with the OPP and OPP bicycle instructor. In regards to the safety tips, this year's course again is an open course, which means we'll be sharing the road with other motorists. Keeping that in mind, ride no more than 2 abreast and obey all traffic signs and laws.
All participants will arrive at Mike Weir Park, where the event starts and finishes from, off of Lakeshore Road. It's going to be important when you're out on the route that you follow the route arrow color that corresponds with your route. For the 30K, you will follow the orange arrows. For the 50K, you will follow the blue arrows. For the Lambton 100K, you will follow the red arrows. For the Blue Water 150K, you will follow the yellow arrows. At the beginning of all routes, there is a crossing at Lakeshore. And when returning, there's a second crossing at Lakeshore. For the 30K, you will cross Lakeshore twice at Egremont, on the way out and on the way back. For the 50, 100, and 150K routes, you will cross Lakeshore on the way out on Aberarder line, and on the way back, you will cross Lakeshore on Egremont. It's imperative that you come to a full stop and you are safe crossing this roadway, as it is a busy roadway. For all routes, there are no time sections when crossing Lakeshore, so you can be sure to be safe and stop and look both ways before crossing.
The 50K, 100K, and 150 kilometer route all cross Oil Heritage Road, which is a busy road in the county of Lambton. When approaching this intersection, please ensure you obey the stop sign and come to a complete stop. Look both ways and make sure the roadway is clear before proceeding through.
The great thing about this intersection is it's not in a time section, so there's no reason to race through it. Be sure to stop and be safe to go through that roadway. Additionally, for the 50, 100, and 150K routes, there is a diversion off of Egremont. You turn left on Dalrymple to go out Queen and then Aberarder. The reason for this is because of construction on Egremont that we want to make sure that you avoid. If you're on your 50K route, this changes your course to an out and back, and you will be doing a U-turn at the end of Aberarder just before Forest Line. Lastly, for our 50, 100, and 150K riders, your time section is going to be just past Oil Heritage on Aberarder before Forest Line. At the end of that time section, you're going to come up to your first fuel station. This is great for your 50K riders, as this is where your U-turn, whereas our 100 and 150K will carry on to turn left on 21.
For the 100K and 150K routes, you will be crossing 21 Highway, which is another busy highway, which is controlled by a stop sign. Please ensure to come to a complete stop and make sure the way is clear before traveling or proceeding through. On the way back, you will be traveling on Oil Heritage Road, which is again another busy road with a wide shoulder. For that 5-kilometer stretch, it's recommended you travel in single file.
And again, this is not time sections, so you can be as safe as you can, going at a moderate pace to make sure that you know your surroundings. Specifically for 100K riders, you too will also be doing a slight out and back with the U-turn. This is when you're on Burnham Line, you go past Sexton Road until you see our U-turn sign, and then you will come back.
For the 150K route, take extra care in your third time section through Rock Glen, as there is S-bends in this area.
Additionally, for the 150, we have a small change where you're going to be going out and back on Kerwood due to construction on Sylvan Road.
And remember, this is not a start to finish race. We utilize time sections to ensure you're able to follow all traffic laws and remain safe out there as a cyclist.
And this is really key that you don't race into the finish line. Like Rick mentioned, there's time sections. It's not start to finish. We have tons of volunteers and likely stop cyclists ahead at the finish line. So it's imperative that you slow down coming into the finish line. The last thing we want to mention is that it's been a really hot summer. So it's going to be really important that you stay hydrated out there. We highly recommend to have 2 bottles on your bike, one for water and one for some sort of electrolyte drink. You're all going to get scratched in your packets, as well as you're going to have Scratch out on the fuel stations, and they are an event sponsor. It's always great to have extra water on your bike. Cheers.
Cheers.
Today we can hear the waves, but just in case it's really hot, always good to be prepared. We're excited to welcome you, or for many of you, welcome you back to the 9th Annual Blue Water International Grand Fondo.
Hi, I'm Ken McAlpine, Board Chair of Blue Water International Grand Fondo. And I want to just pass along a couple of safety tips. I know there's quite a few things been said before this, but just 3 things that's important for you to pay attention to. It's really important that your helmet fits right and it comes down over your forehead. If it's at the back of your head, it does no good if you fall off your bike. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Additionally to the helmet, want to make sure you have a rear light and ideally a front light. This is not to give you light in the dark, but to be seen by cars or other people out on the road. So make sure you have a rear light and ideally a front light. Apart from that, I wish you all a safe and great ride. The weather for Sunday looks amazing, so see you all on Sunday.